Hello, everybody. My name is Nisin Lopez. I am a Cuban American artist based in Miami, Florida, and I also happen to be a targeted individual, a victim of a secret, illegal, unconstitutional surveillance program known as organized stalking. This is a secret program of the US government that is designed to destroy a targeted individual emotionally and psychologically. Basically, we're talking about law enforcement recruiting civilians of all types of social status in order to harass, intimidate, agitate, terrorize the isolated target 24/7. The idea is, to bombard the target with negative environmental stimuli all the time. The idea is to expose the target to dark neuro-linguistic programming, that want to cause a nervous breakdown. Usually, the isolated target, ends up in a psychiatric institution, isolated, discredited, demonized, his credibility pretty much gone. Sometimes they expose the target to a certain scenario, pretty much forcing the target to snap. You know, this is entrapment. This is orchestrated, by the police so that they can have an excuse, a legal excuse, in order to arrest the target and put him in jail. Some targeted individuals, they die of cancer, brain tumor, heart attack, or something like that, after years of unjust, systematic, methodical abuse, all those years of accumulated stress. And some targeted individuals commit suicide, something that I don't recommend. So I have been a targeted individual pretty much since 2010. And like I said before, I have experienced all the phases and levels of the program. I know the whole game in and out. I know what it feels like. I have experienced this thing, totally. I know the whole game in and out. And law enforcement is behind this. I'm talking about the police, the FBI, Homeland Security, private security contractors, all this. They're one big happy family. All these corrupt, immoral people in positions of authority, they are the ones behind the gun stalking program. They are the ones recruiting civilians in order to harass, intimidate, and terrorize the targeted individual 24/7 everywhere he goes. So today, I have a message, an empowering message for targeted individuals out there. If you're watching this video and you're not a targeted individual, you've never been a victim of organized stalking, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. The only way you can understand what I'm about to talk about, is if you are a targeted individual, if you have experienced this kind of shit, if you don't know what it is, this video is not for you, really. So today, empowered individuals, I want to talk about, a specific aspect of the targeted individual program. I want to talk about family betrayal. The gun stalking program is really a character assassination program. The police, in order for them to recruit people that will harass the target, they need to brainwash people into believing that the target is a bad person, a criminal, a threat to society, a national security risk, a domestic terrorist, a murderer, a killer, a sex offender, a communist, all kinds of horrible things. This is how they recruit people. So one of the things these people are gonna do, these people in law enforcement behind the gun stalking program, one of the things that they're gonna do, they're gonna get in touch with your family. and they're gonna tell them, oh, Nisin Lopez, he's under investigation. We believe that Nisin Lopez is this, and that. So think about it. You know, your family, think about the psychological impact. The FBI goes to your house, right? And they speak to your family. And they tell your family that you, the targeted individual, that you're a bad guy, that you're crazy, that you're a paranoid schizophrenic, that, oh, this guy is a threat to society, he's dangerous, he's a potential criminal, he's a potential this, a potential that. So, this makes a profound psychological impact on your family members. Think about it. They have no idea that there is such thing as a secret program known as organized stalking. They don't have a clue. They see people who work for the FBI, and they say to themselves, well, if these people are here, that means that this is a legitimate thing. That means that our relative, Nisin Lopez, there must be something wrong with him, or otherwise these people wouldn't be here. So your family, you need to understand their perspective. Your family has no idea that there's such thing as a gang stalking program, and think about it. For the most part, people want to believe that the government is good, that they can trust the government, that people who work for the FBI, Homeland Security, the police, deep in their core, especially in the United States, people want to believe that the police is good, that the FBI is people, those people are good, reliable, honest people, Homeland Security, whatever. So, these people behind the gun stalking program, one of the things they want to do to you if you are a targeted individual, you know, they want to basically destroy your support system. Think about it. What is family about? Your friends, what is that about? It's about trust. What is trust? Trust is, pretty much confidence placed in a person, a firm belief in the reliability of someone, so that you feel like, oh yeah, no, I have my family, they love me, my friends, they love me, they care about me. So it's a support system, it's pretty much a network of people that usually of the same blood, when it comes to family, who genuinely care about you, that you look out for each other. It's basically a shield that provides a practical, psychological support. So one of the things these people gonna do, people behind the gun stalking program, they wanna break that network, that protective network that you have, your support system, your family. The idea behind this is to make you feel like you're alone, helpless, that nobody believes in you, that you're a piece of shit, pretty much. That's the idea behind this. So if you're watching this presentation and you are a targeted individual, the gang stalking program is a character assassination program. They're gonna go to your family and they're gonna tell them that you're a criminal, that you're a threat to society, that you're dangerous, that you're evil or whatever. And you know what? Your family is gonna believe them. You know, after years of being a targeted individuals, eventually your family members and your friends, they're gonna realize that yeah, that he was actually telling the truth, meaning you're the targeted individual. But guess what? They don't want to be messed with. They're gonna be scared. Oh shit. We cannot openly say that we believe what he's saying because these people in law enforcement, they might put us in the gang stalking program too. So so the whole gang stalking program, when it comes to the idea of destroying your foundation stone on which you stand, meaning your support system, your family, your friends, that kind of network, you know, the idea of the targeted individual program is to break you, to destroy you emotionally and psychologically. It's a slow kill program. These people in law enforcement behind this secret, illegal, unconstitutional program, these people are trying to kill you slow motion. And in order for them to do that, they have to destroy your family network. They have to destroy, your friends network. That oh yeah, that you're loved, that people care about you, and people believe in you, and they don't want you, having any kind of support system. That's why another thing, if you're a targeted individual and you're trying to have a relationship with someone, you go to a supermarket, you meet a woman, and you try to get her number and she calls you whatever, these people are going to try to sabotage that relationship because they don't want you, having any kind of support system, they don't want you to be happy. They want you to be isolated, discredited, demonized, destroyed. So targeted individuals, if you're watching this presentation, don't feel bad if you've been betrayed by family members or if your friends turn their back on you. Don't feel bad. There are thousands of targeted individuals, not only in America. This is a global interagency program. There are targeted individuals here in the USA, in the UK, in Europe, in Australia, you know, there are thousands and thousands of targeted individuals out there. Every single targeted individual has experienced this kind of shit, the being betrayed by close relatives and being betrayed by close friends. So targeted individuals, people turn their back on you. All right. Remember one thing, targeted individual, empowered individual. There is one that is with you no matter what. There is one that will never betray you. You know who that is? Let me tell you. God Almighty. There is a God. God is real. God is true. God cares about you. He knows everything about you. He knows your heart. He knows your mind. He knows your soul. He knows that you're true. He knows that you're a true soldier. He knows that you're true and that you're loyal. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, at the end of the day. So, targeted individual, empowered individual, I salute you. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong. It doesn't matter what people say about you. What really matters is what you think of yourself and what God thinks about you. That's what really matters. So be strong. I salute you.